Oh, hi guys. So, it is gonna be like this. Surprise. So it's dark out now. It's 11:30 at night. My day didn't go according to plan. I actually just fell asleep for a little bit. I went grocery shopping as planned. I didn't make candles. I kind of got stuff ready too, but I didn't make them. I'll do that tomorrow. I made some lotion. I cleaned up. I feel like I did nothing. I feel like I did nothing. Market basket took up a big chunk, but I mean, like doing everything else, I feel like it took longer than it should have, per usual. It's okay. I don't have anything to do tomorrow but study. I should have finished cleaning my room, but I kind of forgot about that. I was in the chair, I was like, oh yeah, I'm not done. Whatever. I don't care. So here we are. I'm gonna see if I can again, I don't have to get up tomorrow, so whatever. I'm gonna see if I can do this one, and then I'm gonna see if I can do Scorpio. I don't know if this one's gonna be super long because we kinda touched base on a lot of stuff earlier, right? We did. So I don't know if I'm supposed to vape on camera. I don't see why not. I'm pretty sure I've seen other people. I'm pretty sure I've seen people smoking cigarettes. So if you can smoke cigarettes, you should be able to vape. And if not, I guess I won't. But for now, it should be fine. I had a nice peaceful day though. I kind of just put it around and just did everything in my own time, but it wasn't like chaotic. So that was good. That was nice to not have a chaotic, oh my god, I have to get this done, I have to get this done. I'm not doing that anymore. Because it makes me not get anything done, because I get too frantic and I get ahead of myself, and I need to just slow down and just do what I'm doing. Take care of what's in front of me, right? I cleaned up right after myself. Every project I did, I cleaned up right after myself. That's what I'm trying to do. Because I just put things in, I don't see it anymore. There's like a small window of time. And it's gone. It's gone. I don't see it. But enough chatting. We did enough chatting earlier, right? Thank you, Spirit. Here we are again. Here we are again. I did some decorating while you've been gone. I figured if you guys are going to see me sometimes, it should be interesting behind me, right? I'm only doing it this way just to be, I think, consistent. So don't get used to it. I'm so happy I got a microphone, because I don't want to say I'm not loud, because I can be loud. I project, so I'm just kind of naturally loud when I get going, but naturally, like by myself in this type of setting, I'm pretty quiet. Not quiet, but you know, time appropriate. And I can do so with this mic, so I'm happy about that. Happy, happy, happy. It really makes a big difference. I can't believe it. I guess I can't believe it. Alright, Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for guiding us today. All the advice you gave us earlier. Let's do it again, shall we, guys? Thank you. Okay. As always, all spirits, entities, guides, angels, all beings are welcome in my space so long as you have good intentions for myself and my loved ones and the collective. And you intend to bring clear, useful guidance. Thank you. Let's start the reading. They've been here all day. I moved the lights down so you guys can see. They'll just start going crazy all of a sudden. I noticed it around Christmas. It was happening a lot around Christmas. And I said to my daughter, I'm like, do you notice? After Christmas was over, I'm like, do you notice the light stopped blinking? She's like, yeah. I was like, your grandmother came here to say Merry Christmas to you, and that's how you treat her. She's like, I hate you so much. Oh, God. Yeah, so I noticed it about back then. And, every once in a while, they'll start. And it's been a lot lately, so I did that. So in case it happens, you guys can see. Sometimes it's like, almost like, you know, when you do like an EVP, it's almost like that. Like, I'll be like, hey guys. It's like, blinky, blink, blink, blink. I noticed one time in a video, you could see the orange ones blinking, but in real life you couldn't. They weren't blinking. So that was kind of weird. So I always look for stuff now. Not always look for stuff, but like I'm like, oh, like I'll notice it instead of just thinking it's like, you know, something out of the corner of my eye. Like, not really. Okay, I'm gonna set myself on fire. Don't want to set myself on fire. Okay. For this reading, we're gonna start with one of my new oracle decks. This one is like, I can't wear my glasses. This is why I don't wear my glasses. Now I have to adjust. I can't read the cards. I forgot. I can see me, but I can't read the cards. Sorry, guys. I'm glad I don't wear makeup. Okay. Okay. So these are like, little like soul, I guess today's soul action. It will be, like the top one here, does my life have room for more pleasure and play? You know, something to like spark your thinking about something going on in your life, you know. And then it's, in what area are you lacking pleasure right now? Blah, 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 blah. So I figured that would be a good way to kind of start and get the, you know, overall energy. What are you guys feeling? I mean, again, it seems like you're ready to make some moves. Let's hope we pick up on the same energy and not have a whole new reading. I mean, that's okay if we do, but I feel like, oh, sorry guys, I lost you. I don't think so. I can't believe it took me so long. All I did was make lotion. I mean, again, I guess that's not true. Like, I don't know, whatever, I don't care. I don't care. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with my life. I just thought I would share my gratitude. Okay. Alright, Spirit, what does collective need to know? Let's tell them. Tell me what they're seeking. What is the guidance they need? Give me the vibe of this card here. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Oh, I think we've still got it, guys. What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? We all do this, don't we? Put ourselves on this pedestal with these visions of grandeur and then come crashing down. Alright. The expectations we have are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. We then experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when they are not met. It is time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. Interesting. So for today's soul action is be grateful. That's so weird. I've never looked at any of these cards. I'm grateful. You are being summoned to more peace. Peace is home for our soul, and it is accompanied by trust. It comes when you surrender and focus only on what you can control. If you expect nothing and are grateful for everything, you will experience extreme fulfillment. Expect nothing and be grateful for everything. That goes along with earlier about if everything's a sign, nothing is a sign, right? It's in the same vein. Don't take it as far as putting a pessimistic spin on everything. Like, I'm going to expect the worst, so when something good happens, I'll be happy. Like, that's a twisted version of it. Not a really healthy way to look at things, right? That means you've been very disappointed in your life. And you should probably work on that. Yeah. Just when it says, you can only control what you don't have control over. Focus only on what you can control, which what we can control is nothing but our own actions. So, I mean, that's literally all you have to focus on. Just do the right thing. Just be the best version of yourself. You're not going to be perfect every day. That best version of yourself is not perfection. It's the best version of yourself today. Is this decision I'm making bringing me towards the greater good for myself? That's all. Is this like fuzzy? No, I don't have glasses on. So yeah, be grateful. Be grateful that you've survived every bad day so far. Be grateful that you're where you are. Don't think of everything that is bothering you. You gotta tackle one thing at a time. You can't do the whole thing all at once, you know what I mean? If you have like multiple issues you have to deal with, focus on one. Focus on one. And then that will be done. And then move on to the next thing. Like I did today. Focus on one thing at a time. when I first started listening to my guides, it started becoming a daily thing, not just now, not just when I'm focused on doing something. A big message that was coming across to me was slow down, and also even more so maybe is be gentle. Like, what do you mean? And I'd be doing a repair at work or something like that, and it's like intricate repairs because I work with eyeglasses, right? So sometimes it's only so much pressure you can put, but you have to put as much as you can, blah 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 blah, blah without breaking it. And sometimes the screw doesn't fit. Little things like that, and it's aggravating. And those are the things that I'll get hot, and I'll start to literally sweat, and I'll start to get like more aggressive. And I kept hearing it in the back of my head, like, be gentle. Be gentle. And I was like, okay. And I slowed down and I was more gentle, and I was like, it works. And that was what made me start being like, okay, I'm listening, right? Like, even little things like, well, where is this? And you just look, and you look where it is, and it's like, thank you. Little things like that, and when it happens, it's so cool. And I notice that more, and I'm just like, thanks. But it makes you think, well, it makes me think, how much of my overthinking has been my guides, my intuition, my whatever, all this time. Like I was saying before, you just don't believe it, or you don't think down that line. You think you're overthinking, you think you're trying to figure things out, and it's, hello. But that's not your first thought. Something spiritual is not your first thought. Right, it's that you're just figuring it out. Be grateful. Alright, let's see. I don't even have a plan. I think I'm going to start with this deck and get about the situation. I think I'll start with that, and then I'll move on and we'll do like what you need to know and things like that. I'm not going to do like a Celtic cross or anything. I don't feel that's the vibe of this reading. I feel like this feels like a I don't know, some type of discussion, right? I don't know why I was guided to do it this way, but that's fine. Tomorrow I'll be on my couch, the next day I almost did one in bed. But the lighting was too bad. I did. I don't care. I can't. I'm never gonna be one of these polished YouTube channels, because I'm not a polished person. I'm just not. I'm not. I mean, I'm not a fucking bumpkin, you know what I mean? But I'm not, the pumpkin arrives when the clock strikes midnight. Right? Like, I have it in me for a little bit. I can hold it together. I can be an adult. In a fancy adult setting. I know what fork to use. I'll put a napkin in my lap. But I'm not gonna like it. Not at all. So silly. Oh, so silly. I understand to have manners and stuff like that, but like back in the day when the etiquette was so strict and expected, you know. I think we need some more than we have now. Tradition and manners and things like expectations of just being a person, just a human, and not a jackass. Not everybody is. I deal with lovely people every day. You would think I deal with terrible people. I don't. I deal with great people every day. No one bothers me. Not really. But I see the other ones out there too. They're just on my periphery more so. But I know they're out there. My castle, they made me lose faith in humanity, the people who went there. Not all of them, but a lot of them. But it was during COVID, so I'll give them a little grace. Not a lot. Some more than others. Alright, thank you, Spirit. Tell me, please tell me about what is the main situation on Collective's mind. What is it that they feel like they're missing, that they need to go after, that's causing them to kind of assess everything? It's almost like you guys are like at a checkpoint in your life, I think. Kind of like, yeah, that's it. But it may not be. It doesn't feel like anything's like terrible. It just kind of feels like meh, right? How am I gonna pull these? Let's see. Getting to know new decks. Thank you, Spirit. I'm pulling probably 3 or 4 cards total for this line, just to kind of get an idea of the situation. Please, if you don't mind. Thank you. Yeah, okay, Ace of Wands. So, the spark of a new passion. Yep. Tell me more, please, Spirit. Give me a couple more cards just about the situation. Or the main focus. I'm going to go around one more time, and then I'm going to just lay out 2 more cards. They're kind of like slippery, so they're a little weird. Alright, Spirit, this is the last. I know you're getting to know this deck too. This one wasn't face up, so I'm not taking that one. Seven of Earth. That can be kind of like something turned out disappointing. It also can be waiting for the results of your efforts. So maybe that's what's sparking this new passion, is because you're not seeing results of whatever efforts you were putting in with whatever you're doing right now. Again, whatever this is, job, relationship, whatever. Give me one or two more, please, Spirit. Or maybe, maybe actually what I'm getting is, again, whatever the, relationship, job, you have had the spark of this passion, and I feel like you've kind of planted little seeds, dropped little breadcrumbs around to see, and you're waiting for the results of that. In the moon, you're waiting for the moon to illuminate the answers of whether you should go forward with this or not. So it seems like, so you're not, it's not that you don't feel like you have the tools, or you're wondering if you have the tools. You're wondering if the situation as a whole is worth the leap. I always get these kind of readings. These like major life decisions. Alright. I think the moon is also saying to you know, pay close attention when these things start showing, and don't project. You know, see it for what it is. When the answers start coming up, don't try to look at it and make it fit, right? Like, you're kind of taking your time and not rushing forward, even though that's what fire does. Because we've been burnt in the past, and this is a great balance, because you have fire, earth, and water, so that's good. So if you had air, you would fan your fire and you would move forward faster probably, but you're like grounding yourself. So you put fire on wet earth, what's gonna happen? Nothing. Nothing's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna go out, or it's gonna go slow. Alright, let's see. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we start with the Ace of Fire. Bottom of this deck is a Ten of Fire, which is, you know, completion of that cycle and being able to, you know, get those wands to the finish line. You know, the question is, are they heavy? Or are you pushing them forward? You know, that's how to interpret the Ten of Wands. I think that's a nod to, I think it's like you just want all the facts first. You want the complete story, 1 to 10. And you want to see, I think, if your passion is being reciprocated the same way. Again, whatever the case may be, if it's, you know, you want to get into partnership with somebody for a business dealing, or if you want a relationship with somebody, or if you want, I don't know, whatever the case may be, whatever the passion is, if you want, you know, to learn something from somebody, if you, whatever the case may be, it seems like you're kind of like mentioning it around about, you know, and seeing how people react. Oh, like, yeah, you know, you should have come with us, or you should, whatever, you know. Oh, let me ask you this an opening, you know, one of those type of things. Like, you, instead of saying, I want this, you're like, oh, I don't know. That's not gonna get you what you want. The answer is always no, unless you ask. Always no. You are not going to get the thing if you don't ask for the thing. You're never going to get the thing if you don't ask for the thing. I say it all the time to my patients, because they're like, oh, I don't know if my insurance will give me money back for my glasses. I'm like, well, the answer is always no unless you ask. But you got to do the work. As with anything you manifest, as with anything you do, it's not just going to fall into your lap. Usually. Some people have that shamrock up their butt. But yeah, they probably worked for it in another life, to be honest. So I think the expectation in this scenario that's impossible to meet is you're expecting people to pick up on your cues, right? And then get the hard part out of the way for you and offer. Unless someone's very close to you, right? And they care enough to pick up on your cues, right? No one cares. No one cares. And I don't say that in any way, but they don't. Think about yourself. All the stuff you're in your head about during the day. You know, if you're with a coworker, like, you kind of know, or what, you know, that you don't have that, like, vibe, that you can't, like, look at their face and be like, what's wrong? You're not going to pick up their cues, their roundabout, you know, subliminal messaging. You're just going to think you're having a conversation with them because it's like surface level. That's how everybody is. No one is thinking enough about your problems to stop thinking about theirs, to then be like, let me figure out your problem for you. No. Unless you're in a relationship, then yeah, possibly. Possibly you have somebody else watching out for you. If one of you was a caretaker, like I am, I immediately start figuring things out. I'll fix it. I got this. I'll fix it. So I think this is your lesson. Your expectation is for people to read your mind, and it's not gonna happen. You have to carry all your wands to the end by yourself. Even in the dark. At night. I probably should drink the Powerade I got. Like I can feel my throat being like, can you please can we have some moisture? No, you cannot. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see if we can build on the story a little bit for collective. Remember how I said I was going to do Scorpio tonight? I do too. Getting a little sleepy, guys. Although I get, especially if it's at night, I get not sleepy, it's like dreamy, you know, because you can't be this focused and be tired. But it's like a focus to out of focus to, I can't explain it. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I wish you would blink the lights for me. That would be really cool. Just saying. Okay, so what we can do though is get some clarification from my lovely collective. Okay, so I would like to know, please, what specifically is this, what is the passion? Tell me specifically. Let's look into this on its own. What is the passion that collective is kind of holding close to them a little bit? Moon can also be, well, it is a sign, it's for the card of Pisces. Oh, these are not, no, it's too humid. It's too humid, they're not moving anywhere. Alright, so I'll just lay these out, Spirit, unless you have one come out on its own when I'm shuffling. Okay, so let's see. Tell me more specifically about the actual passion. What is the passion that has been sparked? What is causing collective to start hunting? I see it's like, Knight of Swords. A new way of thinking, new enlightenment coming in. Maybe you're getting little sparks of enlightenment. You know, there's the air. There's the air fanning the fire, right? Didn't I just say that? So that's what's fanning your fire, is the air. The little of intuition. and ideas and like something's, you know, you have that itch in the back of your mind, like, and you can't stop thinking about it. That's what this is. Little, hey, this is coming. But every little on fire is like alright, let's get another card for the Ace of Fire, please. And Knight of Swords. Still not telling me what it is. Okay, it's not that many. How many is in this little deck that fell out? Alright, Six of Swords. Sailing away to calmer waters. The moon again. See what I tell you. In the next line. And Seven of Wands. Okay, so let's look at this. So you have your Knight of Swords that's fanning your Ace of Fire. Your new passion that's coming in. You've been given the spark. And the Knight's like, hey. Hey. What about this? And you're like, yeah. You know, and I think you're ready to sail away to calmer waters. You're ready to like I said, take that leap, that adventure, that journey. But it looks like whatever the moon illuminated is causing you to have to be defensive in some way. Maybe found out something you didn't like. Okay. Alright, so you have this gift of this passion coming in, this Ace of Fire passion. Again, you start kind of planting your seeds, feeling things out, and the moon comes along and starts illuminating things. Whatever happens in the dark will come to light. So, to clarify the situation, which is the passion, I think it was this idea that you have, that you're passionate about, that's, you know, full force coming in. Like, you keep thinking about it. These came out together. I feel like, and I don't know what it is yet, but I think whatever, don't ask questions for things you don't want the answer to, is what I'm hearing. You know, whatever you found out is making you want to leave the situation now more. Yeah, maybe you didn't want to necessarily leave the situation before you had this. Maybe it's maybe it is something to do with love. I don't, but not necessarily yet. There are no cups out here. It could be just like a betrayal of some sort. You found something out that made you like, I gotta get out of here. It made you almost feel like you have to like defend yourself. Alright, I'm gonna clarify what was it you were trying to find out? Because I'm definitely gonna clarify the moon, obviously, but I mean even more so because it's like whatever you found out is causing you want to leave. And be like, no, like stand up to yourself to like multiple people, like what? Well, I don't know what you found out. If it's a job, it's like a betrayal of some sort. Like, if it's like a job or like a career opportunity and you putting your feelers out there instead of going after what you want, someone beat you to it, someone who you think obviously is like your friend at least, for you to have said something about it, hoping for it to work out in your favor. It could be that. And you're like, and maybe multiple people knew, because maybe you talked about it with a lot of other people, and they somehow like all knew that this person was gonna go behind, well, not behind your back, because you didn't take action. You know what I mean? So technically you can't even be mad if this is the case, because you didn't do anything. You know, you can't fault some. I mean, is it shady? Yeah, for sure. But you can't fault somebody for picking up the ball you dropped. Or taking the ball you haven't even picked up yet, right? You haven't even touched it. You're not even in the game. You're like kind of just watching. So, I don't mean to sound harsh, but it is what it is. It's like, fuck. I think you were excited about it. Not excited enough, clearly. I think this is a very big case of self-sabotage. I feel like you like pussyfooted into it, so that's what you got out of it. The 7 of Earth. I feel like instead of like planting and tending to your seeds that you planted, you just kind of scattered them. Like seeds you got at like Walgreens checkout counter. You're not gonna get good results. You're gonna want to run away and then defend your decision for it. Okay, Spirit, tell me about the 7 of Earth. What is it that I still don't know what the passion is. I'm gonna have to go over that again, but right now I want to know what it is that you I guess this could clarify the passion too. What was collective trying to find out? What were they asking? What were the seeds they were planting? Tell me about that. Ace of Swords, it doesn't help me. You were planting the seeds about your new thinking, your new ideas, your new, enlightenment of this that you're passionate about. This is the idea you're passionate about, and this is what you're planting your seeds about. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate that. Thank you. I need a little further along than this. I got up to this point. I'm just being sarcastic. I'm just kidding. Ma, I'm sorry. Dad, don't let him be mad at me. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is kind of like a worker bee. It's also like something tangible coming in, news of like an opportunity or something that is in your material world that you can utilize to like prosper from, so to me it's like and pages are immature, so maybe you didn't really know how to handle these seeds properly. Yeah, that's what, being like the little worker bee and everything with this new idea. I feel like when you were planting your seeds, you were like halfway talking about it, hoping somebody would offer to help you, but also trying to get like a grip or some footing as to how to even go about this. Like that there's this thing you want to do, that you want to achieve, you want to attain, but here's the idea, here's the passion. How do I do it? That's what I think. This is coming in for me. I know I can get this to come in for me. How do I go about doing it? I feel like that's kind of like the feeling of the planting of the seeds. Like, what do you think about this? Like, I want to do this. But I don't know where to start. And someone else was like, I don't know where to start. But I think it was more like you were like, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about doing this. Like almost like not as serious as you were about it, like downplaying it, because and that's natural, because it's something new that you don't know about. I feel like maybe it's something like, I feel like it's something that's like specific, because if someone else was able to take that spot, it's something specific. The moon can be very dreamy, illusionary, things like that. So maybe this first moon could also be, something was illuminated, definitely. But it could be more nodding to like the dream of your illusion, like Ralphie thinking he's gonna get an A+ on Christmas Story for his homework. Right? That sequence where the teacher's like, oh, Ralphie, A++++. Don't we all have that? We think it's gonna just be a Disney fairy tale. What have you done to make it a Disney fairy tale? So that could be it too. And it's saying to like, okay, let's see what's being brought to light here. What is the reality of all of this? Again, not saying that you couldn't do it, or you wouldn't do it, or you can't do it, or you won't do it, you know. I'm just saying it's very new idea, new passion. Oh my gosh, I want to do this, and imagine how it's gonna be, you know, like that type of feeling. But you weren't talking about it like that. You were kind of downplaying how you really felt. And the Knight of Swords was trying to be like, hey, hey, let's go. Come on, we're moving forward. And then the moon illuminated something. Okay. Do I need more about this? No, I'm gonna move on to the moon for now. We'll go back. For the moon spirit, please tell me, what is it that, this moon is indicating? I feel like it might be, yes, connected, confirmation type of thing, but a little different also. Please tell me about this first moon that's about the situation. Queen of Swords. Bum, bum, bum. Our first person. Queen of Swords is very strong-minded. Queen of Swords is a negotiator. The Queen of Swords is very intelligent. Mind over heart. Can come across a little icy. And the reverse, which I don't do reversals, she's a choice word. Popular in England. Frowned upon here. It's just a word. I throw it around all the time. I won't now, but it's just a word. It only has weight if you give it weight. Okay, tell me more about this Queen of Swords. What did we find out about the Queen of Swords? Is this your anime rival who took your job? Or your whatever opportunity? And now there's confusion about it. The Eight of Cups. It seems like you found out a bunch of things. Which again, I mean, you're defending yourself against more than one person, it looks like. And probably more than one person would take to make you want to leave. Completely leave a situation. So, confusion and illusion and possibly decision making needed to be made surrounding this Queen of Swords. Can I have another card, please, for the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Cups on the moon? I don't even have your energy, unless this is it. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. And for anybody who's new, which is probably everybody, or for those who aren't familiar with tarot in general, Queen of Swords can be male or female. It's just the energy in the moment. We all have masculine and feminine energies. You know, and if you're in that emotional watery moon, you could be in a feminine type of state. So man or woman, let's find out about this Queen of Swords. What is the Queen of Swords? Six of Pentacles. I think this is the person who betrayed you. It could be, I think maybe a Gemini. I think you found out a lot about this Queen of Swords. You know, the Six of Pentacles can be like generosity. A lot of times it can be equal give and take, but a lot of times it can be not equal give and take. One person is giving more. They could be stealing, you know, putting out these ideas for whatever it is to bring this money in. Maybe illuminated something this Queen of Swords is doing. Maybe she's trying to say it was you. Bum, bum, bum. Maybe that's how. Maybe that's how she does it. Maybe she, the Queen, is planting confusion. About the equal give and take, and maybe the equal give and take, or things like that, being like the effort or being put into this job or this opportunity or this, you know, whatever it is. Yeah, you know, you have this passion. And the Knight of Swords, you know, the trajectory is moving forward. The new thinking. It's like you're planning. You're planning, going forward. You know, with this new enlightenment, and like I said, you're planting your seeds. You're kind of talking to people about this new idea of how you're going to bring money in. This is the idea of how you're going to bring this money in. Whether it's for yourself or for your company. It could be for your company that you work for. You know, you're getting ready to pitch this idea. I feel like you put a lot of work into this. Getting ready to like pitch it, and I feel like the moon illuminated this person, and it's like, oh my god, you find out like all these things, and it's like, I think it's like undeniable, like this proof, like it's like screenshots, it's like emails, it's, you know, whatever it is, it's like, you know, it's causing you to want to walk away. It's causing like confusion and like, I don't know, like something's missing. You know, that decision has to be made to you know, whether to walk away to find what is the missing piece to this whole puzzle. Yeah, something happened. And it's like an emotional something, so I feel like it's like, your feelings got hurt. You know, it was illuminated about this person that they did something to cause confusion and make you stop and be like, oh my god, you know, and yeah. You know, or maybe the Six of Pentacles is more of, you know, once it's illuminated, whatever it was, and you decide to walk away, you're looking for the equal give and take. This is like a toxic environment. That person was trying to sabotage you, or did. You know, and then here's, okay, so what is this moon? I feel like I should get a different deck though. Yeah, because then it's like saying, yeah, so this moon illuminated this and it's making you want to leave. This is saying like it illuminated something about this Queen of Swords, right? That made you want to leave. And then confirming I'm gonna do a different deck. Bottom of this deck is the Mage. So, you know, you have the tools it takes for this. And I think that's why it's so messed up. It feels like this is like a known thing you were gonna go after this, right? Yeah. I can't stand people. Or just be real about it, right? I had this girl when we were kids. My first, like, kind of like real boyfriend. I mean, I had boyfriends before, but I really, really loved this boy. Too much. I was like 14. From like 14 to like 16. I just loved him. Well, one of my best friends started dating him after she knew all the things that had happened surrounding us and all this stuff. And instead of saying, hey, this is a thing, I just walked in on him kissing one day and I was like devastated, right? So this is kind of giving me that vibe, like whoever this person is knew you had the tools and knew you have what it takes to do whatever this is that you wanted to do, that they're jumping in and trying to get. That's what this is. No, it's not you walking away. This is illuminating this person walking away, sneaking away. Yep. And that give and take, going after that, like it's like balance. It's almost like having enough money to be able to be generosity. So okay, so you've had the spark of passion about this new idea that you have, and you're talking about it, and you're planting seeds and you're getting ready, right? And it's this great idea how to bring more money in. And you find out this person sneaks away, has that one missing link that you need, like that connection. Oh, that's something that you don't have. And they go to get that generous offer and have that give and take. Yep. Yep. You're working on trying to make this plan, and this person is working on that one piece that's missing that you don't have, to go get your money, to go get your opportunity, to get your recognition. And this Knight of Swords, I feel like, was so adamant about, like, hey, to get you in gear, to try to move you along, because Knight of Swords is a very fast moving knight, to try to have you hurry up and do it first. And the moon is illuminating what happened, and you're like, I'm out of here. Look at this. This is like, you're like, this is now you defending yourself. This is like rage. I would be rageful too. And that's exactly what they did. They didn't care about your emotions. They didn't care about your passion for this. They didn't care about any of that. They cared about their money. Some people are just like that. Or they might even, I don't know, we'll find out, I guess. Well, I'll try to. If they went so far as to like actually act like they were like gonna help you out, you know. I don't know, I didn't get that at first. I kind of just got it as like hearing you and being like, zoop, just like going and doing it, you know. I hope it wasn't someone you know like that. I feel like right now I feel like it's someone on the outskirts who's kind of around. I'm hungry. I went food shopping. I don't think I got anything to eat. Okay, Spirit, let's clarify this some more. Tell me more about this moon here. I wish I wouldn't. Can you tell me? Okay, I want one for the Ace of Fire, and then I'm going to move on to this moon first. Thank you. Give me one for the Ace of Fire. I want to know what this passion is. Is it? I feel like it's work related. This is the story I'm getting. But can you please clarify that so I know I'm on the right trajectory, please? Amanda, Mom, all of my ancestors, please give me guidance as to what this passion is for a collective. Please tell me what the passion is. What is this surrounding? What is the nucleus of all this? Dun dun dun! Oh, I can't show it. It's the Lovers. Although that could be a head over heart decision too. I don't, oh, excuse me. Yeah. So we have the Star, which is, your dreams and wishes and desires. Also Star of Aquarius. The Lovers is the card of Gemini. I don't think that has anything to do with the reading. I think the Lovers is a head over heart decision regarding this passion that has to do with your divine path, almost, you know, like your calling this is. And then the Ten of Wands, yeah, it's like you have this passion and like you have to make this decision if you want to go after it, and you know it's going to be hard work, and you're like, yeah, yes. So this is like big. This is like something that really means something to you, and someone I don't know if they have, or if this is like, you know, something that's in your energy that you are, you know, it's in the back of your head. Like I said earlier, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. This is like confirmation that this person is going behind your back and sabotaging you in some way. Something's missing. They are taking they're taking advantage of having the piece you're missing. I don't know what that means. Whatever it is that you're missing to complete this, they have it. Well, they took it. I don't know if they took it, but they have it, and they're like sneaking away. Five of Wands. I'm down here. I'm moving my way down here. So you're ready to put the work in for this passion. Going after your dreams. Make that decision. Because, you know, you get the Knight of Swords coming in like, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. And then the moon comes out. And there's turmoil and arguing and nobody seeing eye to eye, willing to compromise within your inner circle. There's a Tower. Man. And look at here, we have the Eight of Cups. From up here, the Eight of Cups is a Tower. This is a disruption in your life, and this is because this person pulled this Eight of Cups move and snuck off to get that missing cup before you did. To have the happy outcome, the celebration. Maybe this... Okay. I still have to, go down here and clarify, but, you have this passion. And it's the Star card, your destiny. It's, you make this decision, the Lovers, the decision to go full force after this. You know it's going to be hard, it's going to be a lot to carry, but it's worth it in the end. So you start, planting your seeds of this. You have enlightenment and, everything's making sense. You're really working hard at bringing this into your life, bringing, your abundance, money and happiness and everything that you can touch. And then you find out about this Queen of Swords, who, you know, somehow ended up with that cup you were missing. And, you know, and she ends up with this, right? The abundance, the generosity, the position, the spouse, the whatever, you know, it's illuminated that whatever has to do with this Queen of Swords, she had the missing cup for the abundance. So, meanwhile, you're coming up with ideas and going after this and really putting your heart into the situation, again, whatever it may be. And then when this illumination comes up about this Queen of Swords energy, and then it causes the turmoil, and it causes the tower to come down, because she is now holding your missing cup. She is now being celebrated the way you were supposed to be. Tell me about the Six of Swords and the Seven of Wands. So obviously, yeah, it's gonna make you want to get out of there and defend yourself. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? After all I just put into this, like, I feel like you already started, like, again, the Page of Pentacles is like a worker bee. So you were already, again, starting to prepare and nurture and things like that. But it was like, again, I say that you didn't say it with the passion that you felt. But now I'm feeling like maybe it was like you couldn't for some reason. Judgment. Yeah. Six of Swords. Judgment. You're like, I am out of here. You're assessing yourself. You're assessing the situation. And you're like, I'm out of here. I need to go. If this is the environment I'm in, that I have to worry about people doing stuff like this, it's like, oh my god. Yeah. And you had it. You had it. I feel so bad. I feel like you were so happy about this. Whatever it was. If it was a lover, if it, you know, I'm feeling more, you know, for somebody it could be. You know, it could be that you really invested in this person. You know, and you feel like you were like divinely guided to this person and working at a life, or, you know, that's what your dreamy moon self was. You were in that love state, and then you found out that there's actually a Queen of Swords. Yeah, and they walked away for that person, and now they have your abundance. You know, whatever was for you is meant for you, whether it's a job or whether it's a whatever. So if the wires get crossed somehow and you don't get it when you're supposed to, if someone gets in the way of that, you'll get it, or you'll get something better in place, because that's yours. And that person who got in your way of it, they will get their karma for sure. I feel bad for the people who get in the way and don't know it, because now they're like, what the heck, when stuff starts happening to them. But you cannot stop somebody's path without having repercussions, right? So for, you know, Six of Swords, the Judgment, assessing the situation, like, I'm out of here. Seven of Wands, Six of Wands is victory. You know, defending yourself against these people. People see you're right. People recognize that you are the one who's right in the situation. King of Wands, all this fire's coming out, see? Yeah, you're defending yourself. People know that you're right. And, yeah, you're standing on that. You're standing in your power, and you're like, I'm not standing for this. Which is good. You should leave. You should stand in your power and leave. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles, the seeds that were being planted with this new idea and enlightenment and working on bringing it into your life. What was this all about? Six of Cups and Queen of Swords. Interesting. Okay, so you're planting the seeds. You're talking about this passion. You're working on taking the steps to have it come in tangibly. Maybe you're not asking for help the way you should. You're just talking about it, right? This Queen of Swords could be someone you know. It's someone you're close to. Someone, you know, that brings up nostalgia for you. I feel like they did, like, literally, vindictively, viciously listen to you, talk about your dreams and your whatevers, and then when the opportunity came up, they took it. They took that shit. Yeah, this is a friend. Or someone close enough that it's like telling me there's history to this. Moving on to... Actually, no, give me one more for this one. Tell me about the Six of Cups and Queen of Swords. What is this indicating? See how it moves on to the next one? Again, the clarifying confirmations. The story. One more for this, please, right? For the Six of Cups. I just want to know about the nostalgia bit. Or maybe someone you know put you in touch with this Queen of Swords. Alright, I'm gonna go around one more time, Spirit, for this. I just need one more for the Six of Cups and the Queen of Swords. I just want to know what that connection is. If not, I'm gonna put it down myself. I know this deck in particular is very slippery. Okay, I'll just grab one. Two of Swords, so it's like trying to find the answer within yourself. I feel like you know you can't trust this person. I do. I feel like they came and they heard about everything you were talking about this passion you're pursuing, and they were like, I can help. And you're like, And you're like, I knew it. And they did. They went and they took your ideas or whatever, had that one little bit that made it look like it was theirs. Something. Tell me about the moon. Tell me about this, Spirit. What is this walking away from? They did this quick. They were like, alright, cool, and left immediately. Give me another one for this. It must have been a great idea. You knew not to trust her. The fool. Yeah. Yep. Look at this biatch. She is running off and starting this new chapter with your life. In your life. This girl is finishing your story. Okay, cool. Great. Okay. Three of Swords on the bottom of the stack. Yeah, I would imagine there was a little bit of heartache and disappointment. For sure. People are just... If this is what you're going through, I'm sorry. If this is the relationship you're going through, I'm sorry that someone came along and was like, oh, you like this person? And then dipped. It's their fault too, though. You know, you can't have somebody that you're willing to, like, fight everybody who comes along for. Like you're on a freaking side-scroller, beat 'em up game. And they're not willing to put a quarter in the machine for you. Think about that. You don't have to prove your love to people. Or your worth, you know, for that matter. Again, if these people here know you're in the right, other people do too. So for whatever reason, this person was able to finagle. I don't know. I don't really have much more to clarify, but let's see. What's some advice? What's some advice for collective to navigate this? What's the best course of action? Ten of Pentacles. Focus on your happy ever after. You know, I feel like this is saying your karma is going to come in, and because this is like a windfall. So perhaps the tables will turn, Charlie Murphy. And what seems to be something tragic is a blessing in disguise. You know, maybe this King of Wands here is seeing. That's kind of what it looks like too. Maybe this is someone else seeing what can happen. Yeah. You have the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Empress, death. It's a death and a rebirth. So this is all for your greater good. You're not supposed to have this position. Relationship, job, career. You know, the Seven of Cups, this can be confusion, which, yeah, sure. But I think being, you know, the advice for the best course of action, this is saying, take a step back and assess everything. And, you know, yes, this was a passion that you were going after. Yes, this is something you really wanted, and someone else got it. But are you so upset and you want it so bad still, just out of spite, just because of your ego? Maybe. And I think you need to, again, judgment too. Just assess the situation, and that's why it's saying, you know, sail away to calmer waters. This is not a good environment. You know, if this is able to happen, again, whatever the case may be, if it's a job and this person is able to manipulate behind the scenes in such a way that they're able to, A, take credit for your work, or B, come in and take your opportunity regardless of the work you put in, that means that person, that boss or that person, didn't value you, didn't value the work that you've already put in. You know what I mean? Because they see it. They see it. But whatever missing cup this person had that you don't, you have all, you know, you have 7 of 8 cups, but that one cup was the deciding factor. And they knew it. And they went in, and they're like, I have this cup. Full speed ahead. Like, let's go, let's start this. And yeah, they got it. It wasn't for you. Let them have that win. Because I guarantee you it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a nightmare. For the person who didn't choose you that should have, and for the person who stepped in, well, and actually saved you because you were on to bigger and better things. Definitely. 7 of Wands. Yep. So 7 of Cups, you're looking at all of the factors, and now it's like, yeah, defendant, like, I'm not crazy, you guys suck. Right? Yeah. And you're defending, like, your new choices, your new path, your new whatever. So this is very tumultuous. If you're, yeah, 9 of Swords, you know, don't let it keep you up at night, because this is, again, along with the best course of action. Let it go. Let it flow. It feels like you're getting thrown off of your path, but you're actually being put on it, if that makes sense. Again, this feels terrible. If you're going through it or you're about to, it feels you're going to be betrayed, you're going to be hurt, you're going to be heartbroken, you're going to be, you know, at a loss, you're going to be trying to figure shit out. This opening card was perfect because this is all stuff you have no control over, right? You have control over your actions, you have control over your efforts, your you know, genuine care and effort that you put into your love for whatever this is. You can't do any more than that. If your efforts and your talent and your love and your care and your knowledge and your know-how and your everything is not recognized, you don't want to be there. You don't want to be there. You know, it looks like you had good ideas to bring abundance into the situation, whether it was to bring money into the company, customers into the company, patrons into the, love and abundance into a relationship. If you were trying to like care for somebody and not like forcing it, like this would be the type of situation that they were accepting it and letting you and giving you reason to think that you should be able to plant these seeds, right? You're not crazy. This is not for crazy people. This is people who have been led astray. Okay, the crazy people will do another time. You were led to believe you were dealing with a like-minded person, company in this situation, and you weren't. It was what's the best thing for right now, and you weren't the best thing for right now, which is fine, because your best thing isn't right now. Your best thing is coming. Just be patient and have faith. And I know that's hard. I just went through a decade of hell, pretty much, for a lot of different aspects, and it's hard to keep that mentality, like, okay, this is happening for a reason. What is my lesson from this? Okay, I do want to get one of these new oracle cards because they're pretty cool. I like them. Let's see. One or two. We'll see what comes out. Thank you, Spirit, for this enlightening reading for my beautiful collective. Yeah, so again, this is going to be hard, and you're going to be like, alright, lady. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is a lesson of humility and gratitude, I guess. This is your chance to be grateful something didn't work out for you. Good luck. Good luck. Can you give me an oracle card, please, for the collective? I can't believe you lights it up like once. I can't even believe it. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna shut off the camera and I'm gonna start dancing. Thank you. Express your joy. Okay, let's see. Number 60. This deck is funny because it has 63 cards, right? I have two number 63s. I was like, oh! So I counted the cards, and there's enough cards. I have two 63s and no 61. So that's interesting. 60. Express your joy. Okay. Your gentle spirit is radiating light and love to the world as you embrace the true meaning of who you are, a divine child of the universe. You are recuperating from the negative and unconscious energies of the five sensory world and accepting your divine birthright. It's igniting the fire of passion in your soul and placing joy in your heart. Your soul's purpose right now is to allow the divine inner child in you to take over and lead your life. Recapture the spirit of curiosity and play, and let your spontaneous self guide you. Your soul's lesson. See the world with fresh eyes, discover what's beautiful, entertaining, delightful, and fun, and then go after it without restraint. You're being appointed to serve as a role model for the new millennium by demonstrating that suffering and self-denial are not morally superior choices. Let the world feel your joy, for it's contagious and lifts all whom you touch. Yeah, you know, the self-loathing and the the more you suffer, the more you care. It's so 90s. Yeah, I mean, that fits to this. Again, I ask, are you so laser focused on this thing still just because you didn't get it? You know, and express your joy. Move on. Don't let these people, this situation, waste another minute of your day trying to figure out why, how can I fix this? You can't. Leave it alone. You're not gonna. You will eventually, I'm telling you. If it was for you, it would be yours. And you can't wait around and see if it's gonna happen. You just have to express your joy. Go live your life. And go get ready to be this empress and get your windfall and start your new birth. You know. This all is very cohesive from this morning till now. Even from yesterday, that little pre-shuffle I was doing about, you know, the passion and going after your dreams. And yeah, right down to the last oracle card is go after your dreams. You know what? And if it doesn't work out, just do it again. Because next time, it could. The answer is always no unless you ask. And sometimes you have to keep asking. Like a little kid. Why? 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 Are we there yet? No. Almost. Okay, my beautiful friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I don't know when you'll see my face again. Maybe soon. I'm going to bed. I hope you all have a lovely day, evening, night, morning. Whatever it is for you. Like and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.